The Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, was murdered in an Illuminati blood sacrifice, according to Princess Diana's best friend, who also revealed that the ritual killing had long been planned as part of the royal family's dark occult traditions. The fact that Kate would be offed has been an open secret among the British aristocracy for years, according to Christine Fitzgerald, who claims that just like her friend Princess Diana, Middleton was carefully chosen for the sacrificial role due to her personality and bloodline. As the public in Britain and around the world demand the royal family release proof of life, the woman who was once Diana's best friend is urging the world to wake up to the dark truth about the Luciferian House of Windsor. Middleton's personality and bloodline was perfect for the role of royal ritual sacrifice. According to Palisades, Kate was always keen to play her role in supporting the elite agenda.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. How do you feel about the vaccination?
I can't wait. Yes, I'm priority group 6, so any day now. I'm really hoping to get called up.
It has now been over 80 days since Middleton was last seen in public. Since then, there have been 3 purported photos of the Princess of Wales published in the mainstream media. Unfortunately for the royal family, all 3 of these photos were quickly proven to be photoshopped fakes. Think about this for a moment. The first fake photo generated headlines around the world. The royal family understand the level of speculation this caused. Under what possible circumstances would they respond to this uproar by releasing a second fake photo? And then a third? At this point, even CNN watching normies, who think Michelle Obama and Brigitte Macron are paragons of femininity, understand that the royal family are not being entirely transparent about what's going on here. Even Guardian journalists are jumping on the Kate Middleton truther train. Let's face it, the royal family have been backed into a corner and they are desperately trying to cover up the crime. According to Fitzgerald, King Charles and the royals understand they can't repeat the same stunt they pulled with Princess Diana, who knew in advance her life was in grave danger.
Do you think you'll ever be queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently. Because I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
Times have changed since Diana's death, and the people are waking up. The British Crown wouldn't survive another ritual sacrifice performed in front of the press in the streets of one of Europe's major cities. Instead, this time, the royals had to cover their tracks and pretend everything is fine and the Princess of Wales has not been ritually slaughtered in line with ancient royal occult tradition. But people are speaking out. Let's place together the pieces of the puzzle. According to a Palisade, Kate Middleton was first placed in a medically induced coma earlier this year after routine abdominal surgery went badly wrong. Whose decision was it to place Middleton into a coma? The directive came not from Middleton's own family, but from the royal family, according to Concha Calleja, a full-time royal reporter with contacts in the royal household. The royal family have reacted furiously to these claims, but Calleja is sticking to her version of events, stating that she has confidence in her source. And she's not the only one with information from the inside that backs up Christine Fitzgerald's claims that Middleton is dead, and any future version of the Princess of Wales that we see in public will be a body double employed to keep the British public from opening their eyes, tearing the royal families down from their ivory towers and holding them responsible for their crimes. Kate Middleton's lawyer also has something very interesting to say. But first, an important word from our sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by IPv6 RS. If Hillary Clinton can get away with running her own private email server, why shouldn't you? IPv6 RS is set to revolutionise the internet by eliminating the need for big tech companies to provide unreliable, overpriced services such as email, web hosting, data management and self-hosting. IPv6 RS enables direct end-to-end connections with enhanced security, which means no snooping from Big Brother. And best of all, you are in charge of the network. Visit thepeoplesvoice.tv/IPv6 to sign up, or click the link below this video to take back control of how you use the internet. If you like our content, help support our sponsor IPv6RS and visit thepeoplesvoice.tv/IPv6 today. Thank you IPv6RS for making this video possible. Even the mainstream media in the UK are in on the open secret about Middleton's death. Who decided to put a picture of Prince William and his missing wife beside a headline about missing dead bodies? This is intentional. It's a subliminal message, a slow reveal. As ever, the mainstream media is mocking the public on behalf of the elite. As the people of the world rise up against the evils of the global elite, they are becoming increasingly desperate to ensure they stay in control and achieve their goals. King Charles and the royal family are no exception. According to Charles, times have become so desperate that the globalists need a vast military-style campaign to usher in the Luciferian agenda of the WEF.
Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders.
This should not come as a surprise because Charles has been working to usher in the New World Order his entire life. He is descended from a long line of European tyrants, after all. According to NPR, Prince Charles said during a 2011 interview that Transylvania is in my blood. The genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler. In case you need a quick history refresh, during the 1400s, Vlad III, commonly known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula, was the Prince of Wallachia, modern-day Romania. According to NBC, his father adopted the last name of Dracul, meaning dragon, which meant Vlad's last name became Dracula, son of the dragon.
The genealogy shows that I'm descended from Vlad the Impaler, you see. So I do have a bit of a stake in the country.
Britain now has a monarch who is descended from the tyrant who dipped his bread in the blood of his impaled victims. So perhaps it's not surprising that Charles has murdered 2 princesses of Wales. This, after all, is a man who is close friends with the depraved Klaus Schwab, who is cut from the same degenerate cloth as the friends Charles is used to keeping. Charles was best friends with Britain's most notorious paedophile Jimmy Savile, regularly hosting him at royal estates and using him as a sounding board for advice. Charles even asked Savile, who raped hundreds of children over the course of decades in the public eye, to be Prince William's godfather. What are the odds of both Charles and Andrew being best friends with the most notorious international paedophiles of their generation? How many times can these revelations be swatted aside and declared a coincidence? Now that Savile and Mountbatten are dead, and Charles's disgraced brother Andrew has been removed from the frontline duties, Charles is dedicating his time to usher in the globalist vision of a new world order, with all of the anti-human evil that it entails. But the evil doesn't stop there. Those at the top of the pyramid can't leave anything up to chance. And so instead of just relying on money to corrupt and control politicians, leaders, musicians, pundits, and anybody with a big audience, they place compromised paedophiles in positions of high power and perform ritualistic occult killings to their lord and master Baphomet, as and when the beast requires fresh blood. But the people are waking up and demanding the truth. We now have reports that Middleton's lawyer has confirmed that she is no longer among the living, and he will be forced to reveal the truth if the palace continues playing their sick Illuminati games. Here at The People's Voice, we are determined to continue exposing the elite until justice is served for humanity and they are held responsible for their crimes. But we need all the help we can get.